here for the table toppers, Los Bujos. Let's consider the USL League One standings as we head into this match. Match week 12, and Union Omaha are at the top of the table, coming off of a huge win in the midweek on the road against One Knoxville, who you can see there in second. Now here's the thing, you don't see Chattanooga because most of these teams have played anywhere from 8 to as many as 11 games. Chattanooga's only played 5 in the league so far this year, so they're sitting on 7 points. That's still a pretty good return for the team that finished second place in the regular season last year. A win today would bump them right up against that playoff line, even at 9th. So this is a big opportunity for Chattanooga, and Omaha will be holding them off as we look at our players to watch for both sides. And for Omaha, it's none other than the local man, Diego Gutierrez. This is our player to watch, presented by Rub and Delomity. And Gutierrez does a lot more than just score goals. He does have 4 of those in the league this season, but he also has 2.3 successful dribbles per 90. He creates for his teammates, he creates for himself, and he relieves pressure, especially when Omaha are on the ball and they need that creative spark. More often than not, it's Ben Gutierrez who is able to pick the lock. And with 1 goal today, he could go tied at the top of the Golden Boot race here early on in the season. Now for Chattanooga, the player to watch is a similar creative centerpiece. It's Omar Hernandez. Their player to watch, presented by Rub and Delomity as well. Hernandez, he leads this team in shots. He leads this team in goals and assists and key passes. Basically, take any metric, and Hernandez is the man to do it. Chattanooga known as a very defensive team, but this is the guy who's got that extra little bit of quality to try to spark the attack. And they are able to get the ball off of Union Omaha. It's going to be a tough matchup, but you know that those moments that Chattanooga takes when they aren't able to get the ball are going to be all about Omar Hernandez. We're just moments away from this showdown presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. We're going to take one short break. After that, we will bring you starting lineups for Pups at the Pitch. It's Union Omaha, Chattanooga Red Wolves, coming up next. From America's heartland, this is the heartbeat of American soccer. USL League One action between Union Omaha and Chattanooga Red Wolves is presented by Ralston Vet. The Pups are out at the pitch tonight, but it's Union Omaha welcoming in the Red Wolves to their home den here at Morrison Stadium. An absolutely gorgeous day for some League One soccer for the table toppers, Los Bujos. Let's consider the USL League One standings as we head into this match. Match week 12, and Union Omaha are at the top of the table, coming off of a huge win in the midweek on the road against One Knoxville, who you can see there in second. Now here's the thing, you don't see Chattanooga because most of these teams have played anywhere from 8 to as many as 11 games. Chattanooga's only played 5 in the league so far this year, so they're sitting on 7 points. That's still a pretty good return for the team that finished second place in the regular season last year. A win today would bump them right up against that playoff line, even at 9th. So this is a big opportunity for Chattanooga, and Omaha will be holding them off as we look at our players to watch for both sides. And for Omaha, it's none other than the local man, Diego Gutierrez. This is our player to watch, presented by Rub and Delomity. And Gutierrez does a lot more than just score goals. He does have 4 of those in the league this season, but he also has 2.3 successful dribbles per 90. He creates for his teammates, he creates for himself, and he relieves pressure, especially when Omaha are on the ball and they need that creative spark. More often than not, it's Ben Gutierrez who is able to pick the lock. And with 1 goal today, he could go tied at the top of the Golden Boot race here early on in the season. Now for Chattanooga, the player to watch is a similar creative centerpiece. It's Omar Hernandez. Their player to watch, presented by Rub and Delomity as well. Hernandez, he leads this team in shots. He leads this team in goals and assists and key passes. Basically, take any metric, and Hernandez is the man to do it. Chattanooga, known as a very defensive team, but this is the guy who's got that extra little bit of quality to try to spark the attack when they are able to get the ball off of Union Omaha. It's going to be a tough matchup, but you know that those moments that Chattanooga takes when they aren't able to get the ball are going to be all about Omar Hernandez. We're just moments away from this showdown presented by Centris Federal Credit Union. We're going to take one short break. After that, we will bring you starting lineups for Pups at the pitch. It's Union Omaha, Chattanooga Red Wolves, coming up next.
Mi nombre es Josué Aaron Gómez y soy del Paso, Texas. Creo que significaría mucho para mí, para mi futuro. Creo que al terminar mi carrera futbolística, creo que poder implementar lo que voy a aprender en la escuela, creo que eso va a ser muy importante para mí y para mi futuro.
It's an age-old tradition, sneaking a taste before it's ready to serve. But when you see the Finest Reserve label, you just can't help yourself. Because you know an immersive, unexpected flavor experience awaits. The passion and the creativity are felt and tasted in every bite, twisting contemporary cuisine in satisfying new ways. It makes it almost impossible not to want to taste it before the meal. Finest Reserve. Every flavor tells a story.
in. Let's take a look at Union Omaha's 4-2-3-1, lined up by Vincenzo Candela. It's a team that can beat you in a number of ways. Cole Jensen getting the nod in goal today. Owusu and Coleman partnered at the back with Pato Botello Faz leading the line, and Kempis Tequila tucked in just underneath him. And for the visitors, Chattanooga Red Wolves, they're going with a 4-4-2. Expect them to sit off and hit on the counter. Omar Hernandez starts on the left, but he will float inside when they have the ball and try to create some problems. A changing goal for them as well, as Ricardo Jerez gets the starts. Time for kickoff here at Morrison Stadium. 74 degrees and sunny here in Omaha. And we are underway for USL League One action. Parker Johnson here with you, and so happy that you've joined us on this busy night around the league, with Omaha trying to hold on to their spot in first place. 3 points against the Red Wolves, and that will be job done for the weekend. Coming off, of course, that big win against One Knoxville and firing early. There's a ball into the box. Botello Faz trying to get on the end of it. He's dispossessed by Jordan Ayambila, the Ghanaian who we're used to seeing at left back, but he's been forced to start as an emergency center back for Scott McKenzie. The Red Wolves light at the back in recent matches. They don't have Toby Adewole, who has been a force on both ends of the pitch, and he's the usual partner for Eric Kinsner back there. So it's Ayambila in the middle with Kinsner. The lead starts at left back, Angelo Kelly at right back. And there's Vinny Candela, the 31-year-old who has got Omaha right back where they have proven they are always a threat at the top of USL League One. And it's been a fast and furious start to the season for Union Omaha. Cup sets against Indy 11 in both the Open Cup and in the USL Cup. Got to play an MLS team in round 3 of the Open Cup. Tough matches in league play as well. They've already faced Spokane and Knoxville and AC Boise, a couple of those other teams towards the top, and there's some afters here between Wotton and Kinsner. It's Ayambila who's down outside the field of play. Wotton, one of the most aggressive players in USL League One. Top 3 in fouls per game. And he's giving you a sense of what you can expect from this match early on. Carlos Rodriguez, our head official, laying down the law, setting the expectation here. He also knows what this kind of game entails. It's a matchup of longtime USL 1 foes. Their 16th meeting all-time, with Omaha leading the series, 7 wins and 4 draws to the 4 wins of Chattanooga. But over the last 2 seasons, they actually haven't won here in Omaha when the Red Wolves have come to visit. So trying to turn around that trend, and doing so, Kempis Tequila on the ball, the former Tennessee rival of these Red Wolves. Gutierrez's pass is cut out by Kinsner. Effervescent start here in Omaha. It's an ambitious ball forward from Acosta, seeking out Matt Bentley, who fouls the Omaha defender, and free kick coming out for Los Bujos. Scott McKenzie, a man who, when he took over with Chattanooga Red Wolves, ended up in a very similar position to where Vincenzo Candela would find himself just a year later, taking over as an interim halfway through the season and then doing well enough to earn himself the full-time job. We know how that story went for Scott McKenzie, earning 2025 USL League One Coach of the Year honors, guiding Chattanooga to second-place finish. A real turnaround for the Red Wolves, and he mentioned to me that you know, he's been in Candela's shoes before. He's done that transition from interim to the full-time job, and he said that when you compare the two, it's a lot easier to come in as an interim because you're playing with house money. You got somebody else's team, but it's that next season. It's when you have to build your own culture and build a new roster and compete with teams who start to get some film on how you like to play. That's when the rubber meets the road. For Candela, that transition has been just as smooth as it was for McKinsey, taking his team to the top of the table early on in the League One campaign. Play back to Jerez, the 40-year-old former Guatemala international, man who does not need a lot of introduction. So we take a look at our keys to the match, presented by Hydra Patch. And for Omaha, very important to keep an eye on those set pieces. They have yet to concede a set piece goal in league play this season, something that Vincenzo Candela takes a lot of pride in. But Chattanooga, that is certainly a way they like to strike. And they also like to strike quickly. Scott McKinsey telling me that he wants his team to score or create a chance within the first 4 to 5 passes of a possession. Header just over the top from point-blank range. It came at Ors Navarro quickly. He wasn't able to adjust his feet in time to get over that ball. Here's a look at the cross from Budati. Coming forward from right back, and it may have even taken a flick off of either Pato or Kinsner just before it came to Sergio Ors Navarro. He was the author of the match-winning goal, the young Spaniard, against One Knoxville about 10 days ago when they took on the reigning USL champions, and it was such a massive moment, Vincenzo Candela told me, to see Ors Navarro help them get that result over the line. Union Omaha team that was coming into that match shorthanded. Big time fixture congestion, and Ors Navarro still had not scored a goal in league play up until that moment. It's flicked forward here by Pedro Hernandez. Cole Jensen waiting, not going down too early. And in the end, Hernandez fires it right into his chest. But that's exactly how the Red Wolves want to attack. Quick balls over the top. A dusting of quality, as you saw in that touch through from Pedro Hernandez. Tequila finding the long switch out to Diego Gutierrez. Leading goal scorer for Omaha. Cuts inside. Trying to pick out the near post. Pato claiming that it got a touch. And the referee agrees. So a corner kick coming up for Union Omaha. Here's the ball through from Chattanooga. And the 2 touches. Look at that from Pedro Hernandez. But he's not able to get the ball quite out from under his feet and give himself that option to go either side. Instead, he's digging at it to try to put a shot on goal. Be ready for the Modelo corner kick. Gutierrez, near post ball. Now Budati. Chances coming both ways in the early going at Morrison Stadium. Union Omaha trying to plant their flag in Red Wolves territory. It's out for another Modelo corner kick. And Jiba looking for the in-swinging service. This is just floated. Near post look. Couldn't get there before it crossed out of bounds. Turn to the CBS Sports Network on Saturday, May 30th for USL Championship battle for the top of the Eastern Conference. Reigning Players' Shield winner Louisville City FC hosts undefeated Tampa Bay Rowdies at 7 p.m. Eastern. And catch all the action on the CBS Sports Network on May 30th. Going to be a busy week ahead for all parties all across the USL as we try to fit in more fixtures here in this World Cup year. Both these teams will be playing next Wednesday. Just 3 days of rest, and then they will both be in action again next Saturday, a week from today. Same day as that huge matchup between Louisville City and the Rowdies. Very busy time of year. And Chattanooga really just trying to play catch up right now in the League One standings. Here's our first set piece for Omaha to defend. See if they can execute on the keys to the match. Swung in by Hernandez. Big time header from Owusu. It's located right at the feet of Gutierrez, but he is dispossessed. Now the challenge stabbing in from Sami Gadiri. Nowhere to go with the clearance. But was able to cut out the cross before it arrived from Chattanooga, who lead USL League One in completed crosses per match. Long ball looking for Layleen. That was a tough one to control. Skews off the outside of the left boot for the Madrid native with French roots out of James Madison. Look at the members of the Omaha Parliament keeping the beat for us here on this Saturday evening. 74 degrees, pups out at the pitch. Just one of those days that you wish could last forever. And the action on the field has met it quite well so far. We've seen a back and forth contest through just about 12 minutes. This is a fixture that has created some classics down the years. Aside from last season's 3-0 thrashing by Union Omaha down in Chattanooga, all the last few matchups have been close and they've been high scoring. Layleen chops in, a little bit of contact. He went down and the referee was all over that. No whistle forthcoming on the potential penalty claim. There will be a whistle for that challenge, though. And now the yellow card coming out. And I tell you what, that is going to Yanis Layleen. That is a yellow card for simulation for trying to bait the referee into a penalty kick. Carlos Rodriguez with a tight eye on things. And my initial read on that play is that this is a great decision from the referee. Let's take a look. If there's any contact, it's him stepping on the foot of Wotton. Certainly not enough for a penalty. Then it becomes a discussion of at what constitutes a dive, and that could be murky waters. Sometimes referees are afraid to give out a yellow card for that, but I'll tell you one thing. You give out a yellow card for diving in the 13th minute, and you can ensure that from that point onwards, players will think twice, and you will get a lot less of the theatrics. Will they be completely cut out? Can't promise that, but it is a good way to deter it for sure. Love that call from the ref. Jensen will need to get a touch on it before the ball came all the way back to his penalty box. It's a useful clearance. Headed forward again by Chattanooga. Loose pass out, though, from Gomez as Kelly was trying to come forward. And now there's space for Union Omaha. Wotton playing it to Gutierrez, looking for the cutback. I think Wotton's asked a bit too much out of his left winger there. Not the most difficult of passes, and he overcooked it. Didn't really give him a chance to keep it in play, but Union Omaha back on the ball with Gadiri. Poke through for Jiba. Looking for the ball across the 6-yard box. Didn't make the right contact there, the South Sudanese wingback. Just from the position that Jiba is in, you can see that Union Omaha are in full flow. Fullback's getting forward as Budati makes an advanced run. Tequila checks back inside, and it's swung right to left. Whatton. As slick as Union Omaha make it look, defending in that kind of block is one of the real strengths of this Red Wolves team. Coleman, the captain on the day, called for the foul there. Angelo Kelly takes the free kick, finding himself as an emergency right back. And I asked Scott McKenzie about that positioning as Hernandez drives it forward, looking for the back post ball, headed across. Bentley was on it. Thought he touched it off the head of Coleman. Not giving him the corner. Let's investigate. See the header back across from Ramos. Hard to tell from that angle, but Bentley was convinced, coming off of a hat trick and an assist in his last league match. Wasn't able to find the back of the net in the USL Cup outing against Birmingham Legion, which the Red Wolves drew 1-1 and then dropped in the penalty shootout. Biela's ball looking for Pedro Hernandez. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on TUDN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. You can go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Brief stoppage in play. There is a player down in the shadows for Chattanooga. Trying to get an eye on exactly who that is. Looks like that is Omar Gomez, the central midfield player. Not a ton of options on the bench for Scott McKenzie today, traveling with a short roster. And they've got a few players out, the likes of Wynan Wessels, who plays in that position. Of course, Walefi out for the season as well, and he's been helping out with the coaching staff. But in terms of center midfielders who could potentially come on here for Chattanooga, the only real option they have is Jesse Maldonado, who is a new signing coming in on loan from Oakland Roots. Made his first start for the Red Wolves in the USL Cup match against Birmingham. And you see Angelo Kelly there taking in some water, number 35. He is a player who typically plays in the center of the park. And talking to Scott McKenzie, he actually used Omar Gomez, the man who's down injured at the moment, as an example of why he liked Kelly in that position. It's a place that Omar Gomez played a lot last season when Chattanooga played in a 3-back formation. They liked having a player in that back line who had the skills of a central midfielder. Ones who could certainly play defense and read the game as necessary in the back line, but added that extra ability to pass out of the back, ping in passes, and that extra little bit of vision and composure on the back. This is not looking great right now for Gomez. The 25-year-old, one of the several players who came up through this multi-club model with the Red Wolves. Played at Park City under Scott McKenzie while he was coaching there. That path to pro that USL has really embraced. The Red Wolves are a great example of it. And when McKenzie took over, he made it a priority to sign guys that he was familiar with, guys that he knew he could develop and who would work hard and fight for the badge. We've seen that play out in the identity of his teams. It's been a slow start to the season, though, for Chattanooga. Still looking for that signature win as they come in today against Omaha. There are only 2 wins in league play, coming against Greenville and Sarasota, who are 15th and 16th out of 17 in the standings. Injuries have certainly been a part of the story. Chattanooga also just haven't been able to find any rhythm because of the lack of games played at this stage of the season. No sub imminent for Chattanooga as far as we can tell. So you see number 7, Omar Hernandez, tucking into the midfield for the time being, and they're trying to get Gomez strapped up on the sideline, but it'll be +1 for Union Omaha until further notice. We resume play, 21st minute. We say welcome to anybody who may have tapped in a little late for this one. A lot of other USL League One games going on across the board today. This is a mighty fine spectacle. Some half chances coming on either side. Best of the game probably came to the Red Wolves in transition. As the ball comes across, cleared out by Ramos. It was Pedro Hernandez who nearly caught out Los Bujos, but it was saved by Jensen. Besides that, it's taking the shape you would expect. Omaha on the ball, Chattanooga defending quite a bit. Cross comes in, Ors Navarro on top of it, slid away. A timely challenge by Matt Acosta. And I did see Omar Gomez make his way back onto the pitch just before that last cross came in. So Chattanooga back to full strength. To the extent that that can be said about Gomez, who's got some heavy strapping now on his right knee. Scott McKenzie opting not to make a change as the midfielder soldiers on here. Pedro Hernandez. Kept in by Omaha, looking to latch on to the loose deflection. Ors Navarro will settle for the corner kick. So we reach the halfway point of the first half. And Jiba will stroll forward to take this Modelo corner kick. And we mentioned the multi-club model of Chattanooga Red Wolves. Well, Jiba himself is a product of that. Played collegiately at Salt Lake Community College, and so in the summer 2021, he went and played for Scott McKenzie with the Park City Red Wolves. Now trying to strike against his old coach. It's a good ball in. Ors at the near post. Unable to direct it goalwards. Big header from Coleman, plays in, Pato. Defenders catching up. There you see the advantage of having Ian Bila at center back. that is a mismatch in terms of pace when it comes to Pato Botello Faz. Ayambila used to chasing down wingers and often leaving defenders in the dust himself when he ventures forward. He's been forced into this center back role, and it might not be the most natural to him. And as we speak, it's Ayambila going down here. Looks like might have blown a tire. Trying to adjust his right boot. Couldn't see exactly what happened there. I think he may have gotten stepped on by one of the Omaha forwards. See if we can see what happened. Don't see much contact there with Ors Navarro. Just going down by himself. But smile on the face of Jordan Ayambila. Jiba looked like he was trying to step up and hold the line. Instead, it's out to Ramos. Step over and a burst and a shot saved by Jensen. Ramos embracing his more advanced position this season on the right wing. Trying to go himself. And if Jensen doesn't make the save there, whether or not that shot was headed on goal, you saw Bentley crashing the back post, and he would have been there for the tap-in. So that is a very important stop from Cole Jensen, the 6'5" goalkeeper. He's had to make 2 important saves so far, keeping Chattanooga off the board. Ayambila knocking it out of play and signaling towards the bench. I think he's still got a problem. He's going to undo the laces. And there will be a stoppage here. Grabbing at that heel. I think the amateur lip reader in me says, I got stepped on. Whether that's enough to make a change. I mean, we already saw Scott McKenzie opt to keep Omar Gomez on the pitch after he went down with what looked like a pretty serious knee injury. Carlos Rodriguez has come over to tell Ayambila that he should sit off the field to get treatment here. One thing's for sure, we're going to have a hefty chunk of first half stoppage time. Gomez was down for a good 3 minutes or so, and now this has turned into a water break as well. A game that has lacked much rhythm through 28 minutes, and perhaps that's not too much of a surprise given the 2 opponents. But we talked about it. Not a lot of options for Chattanooga in defense. That's why Ayambila is starting at center back. There is one player they brought in, though. They got a brand new face on the bench, Kristen Engman, who is a 6'3" center back, just signed, and this is his first time in the squad for McKenzie's Red Wolves. He's a rookie out of San Diego State who has not made an appearance in his professional career. So I don't think Scott McKenzie will be eager to throw him into this match. And it's Omar Gomez, the other wounded warrior, who is filling in for Ayambila until he's able to come back onto the pitch. Chattanooga very much backs against the wall in the first half here, despite creating a couple good opportunities for themselves. Budati heads it back to Ors Navarro. Whatton. Ramos Doing very well to carry it away. Get some contact from Gutierrez, and a foul whistled against the Omaha man. Hasn't had too many chances to get on the ball yet, Gutierrez. He was our player to watch, leading goal scorer for Omaha. He scored in three of his last 4 matches in all competitions, including 2 out of 3 in league play. Enter the Brinks Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan the QR code on screen and enter today. Last match for both of these sides coming in the Brinks Tires USL Cup. Chattanooga, a 1-1 draw with Birmingham Legion, a USL Championship opponent. And for Scott McKenzie, that was a real boost of confidence for his squad. He said that he's not too worried about the loss in penalty kicks. To him, that is just a draw against a team a league higher than them, and a really good performance at that. They created over 2 expected goals in that match. Part of what he called a very deliberate need to address their attack and add some wrinkles into their offensive game. McKenzie making a sub. It's going to be Maldonado coming on, and Omar Gomez, after trying to fight through that injury, will in fact come off here. Substitutions are presented by Broadmoor at Heartwood Preserve. An unexpected change here in the first half for the Red Wolves, as Maldonado, the loanee from Oakland Roots, will come in at the center mid spot to fill in for Gomez. We'll see if they reevaluate Iambila's status at all at halftime, but considering how the sub windows work, if you're gonna make one in the first half and you feel like Iambila might need to come off, it would be in Chattanooga's best interest to do it at the same time so they don't waste another window. They do get a free window at halftime. That would still leave them with 2 for the second half. But judging by the fact that they've left Iambila out there for now, he is hopefully going to be able to stay on for the rest of this match. Gutierrez looking for the flick back to Jiba. Now they're both a little out of position as Chattanooga try to move quickly. And Coleman went down under the pressure from Pedro Hernandez. Played quickly by Omaha. Budati works the 1-2, cuts it back to the penalty spot. Tequila had a free shot, but the space was closed by Chattanooga, and the rebound blasted over the top by Gadiri. Leadership there from Jerez to go talk to the new sub, Maldonado, who got lost on this play. But credit Iambila for getting in the way of that shot. Kempes trying to receive the cutback and tuck it into the far corner. Saw him do it so many times for Knoxville last year as they won the double in USL League One. And he started to heat up for Union Omaha as well. Second leading scorer on the team with 3 goals. He's done He scored all 3 of those goals in his last 5 league appearances. Again, it's Bentley trying to track down a through ball and fouling one of the Omaha defenders in the process. Minutes officially left in the first half, but you can imagine there would be 5 minutes or so of first half stoppage time given the injury timeouts that have taken place during this first period. It's been a stop and start affair. According to our friends at Opta, in the first 34 minutes of this match, the ball was only in play for 16 minutes. You can do the math on that. Gutierrez slowed up by Kelly. Soft header out. Tequila picks it up. Whatton in the pivot. Slick from Gadiri. Headed across. The safest clearance from Chattanooga. Still trying to work it out, and it's a great regain from the Omaha pressure. Buhos swarming. And they've brought in a challenge from Ramos. The referee blows the whistle and reaches to his pocket. A yellow card for the U.S. Virgin Islands international. He's going to claim that he got the ball, Josh Ramos. But in 2026, you just can't make a tackle like this. Regardless if you get the ball, the studs are showing. They're above the ankle. And if he doesn't get the ball, it could very easily be a red card. Referee has held firm in his decisions. Carlos Rodriguez offering out an early yellow for diving to Pedro Hernandez. Or rather, that was Leylene on the first yellow, and then dishing out another to Ramos. Free kick was looking for the back post. Pato would have been offside anyway. Shake of the head from the Mexican-born forward. Really set Los Buhos on fire last season. Botello Fazzi came in originally on a 25-day contract and was able to earn himself a permanent deal not too long after. Plenty of time around USL League One. He's continued his roll up top. Kempes, back post run. It's deflected right into the hands of Harris. You can see what Gutierrez was looking for. Crossing with the outside of his boot, trying to curl it around the back line, but Ayabila was alert to it. Maldonado with his first meaningful touches in attack since coming on as a substitute. Gutierrez with space, cutting inside of Kelly. A little bit of a tug back, but they play on. Kempes trying to find his left. Dispossessed by Acosta, who did very well to slow down the Omaha forward. Such a measured and tight match between these two teams that know each other so well. But you feel in these moments where the game does start to stretch, there are some goals in this, and it really could go either way. Every time Chattanooga try to break out on the counter, it's like Omaha go right back down their throat. And that's where some of the best chances have come from. First half short on goals, certainly not short on action. By virtue of Chattanooga's recent 4-1 win over Sarasota and the fact that they've only played 5 games in the league this season, Omaha and Chattanooga are actually tied for second in terms of goals per game at 1.8 in USL League One this season. So you wouldn't expect this game to stay 0-0 too terribly long. But Chattanooga can take their time over this free kick. Costa takes it. Plays it back to Hernandez. Low cross comes in. Knocked away by Coleman. Omaha able to step up and catch the Red Wolves offside there. Well defended from the set piece. One tweak that's been apparent since the substitution to take out Omar Gomez and put in Maldonado. Back to that in a moment. Gutierrez slid away and cleared by Chattanooga. Looks like a real chance created by Tequila. Kempes, Tequila, the man down. Let's take another look. Flicked around the corner by Botello Foz. Just sandwiched between the two Chattanooga players. Another incident off the ball. Not the first of this match. Pato seems to be claiming that somebody got him on the back of the calf. Angelo Kelly saying, who, me? This type of game state only favors the Red Wolves. I think either manager would tell you that. Ball back in play. Hernandez takes some contacts, goes over the advertising boards. More chippiness, more fouls. Hernandez can dish it out, and he can take it. No real complaints from the Chattanooga captain. Cleared out by Coleman. He's giving away a corner to the Red Wolves. .44th minute. Red Wolves lined up at the back post, just where the sun meets the shadows. Second ball could fall for Bentley. You can tell by his reaction, that was a real chance for a striker in form. Probably felt like an eternity as Matt Bentley tried to let that ball bounce, coming over his shoulder. It hangs up off the turf. Great spot to strike, but that gave just enough time for Budati to get back and put the block in. Long throw coming from Hernandez. Ayambila keeps it alive. Now cleared by Omaha. Sent back up into the raffle by Kinsner. And a wild swing from Omar Hernandez. We're gonna have 4 minutes of first half stoppage time. Two notable injury pauses. First to Omar Gomez, who ended up getting subbed out for Chattanooga, and then another for Jordan Ayambila, who has played on and looked to still be in full fitness since then. Clever play from Ryan Jiba. Pato holds it up. Gadiri circulates it out to Budati. Couldn't get his step overs right. Well defended by Maldonado, but Bentley asking too much of his teammate, and then it goes back off of Maldonado. Still trying to catch the pace of this match after the mid-first half substitution. He's just gonna make the point a couple minutes ago that Omar Hernandez, now on the ball, is actually the player who's taken up Gomez's position in the wake of that sub. He was playing out on the left, and that's the spot that Maldonado has come into. It'll be a little more defensive responsibility than normal for Omar Hernandez, who used to playing as more of an attacking midfielder, and he'll be deep in the pivot alongside Acosta. The way it's set up now. Maldonado joining the attack. His shot goes wide as we wrap up the second minute of stoppage time. Carlos Rodriguez waited to see if an advantage would develop for Omaha. Foul called back. And Pato and Ayambila slap hands. Good show of sportsmanship. A foul that Ayambila will be happy to concede in that area of the pitch. 1 minute until our halftime break. Still looking for the opener. In first place, Union Omaha, and 12th place, Chattanooga. Lawrence Wotton. Sammy Gadiri. "30 seconds for Omaha to cook." As it fizzles back to Coleman. Budati. Laylene knocking it out of play. Wotton with time to look for the switch. Does not reach Gutierrez. Jiba. Wotton must go forward now. Where's Navarro holding off his man? Chattanooga trying to see it out. Referee thinking about the halftime whistle. It's going to give them a chance to break if they can. Here come the Red Wolves. Surely the last chance of the first half as Maldonado spots Bentley. Sliding challenge from Coleman. And that takes us to halftime. Well, that really sums up the first half, that last sequence of play. Omaha all over the ball. Chattanooga doing their best to strike in transition. It's been combative, it's been testy, and it has been a heck of a lot of fun between Union Omaha and Chattanooga Red Wolves, although we do go to halftime scoreless. So while they prepare here for the Corgi race at halftime, Pups at the Pitch night, we will step aside and bring you our own halftime coverage. It might not be quite as fluffy, but hopefully it's every bit as cute. We'll step aside. We'll be right back for Morrison Stadium, 0-0 at the half.
The Threads of Hope kit is more than a jersey. Designed for cancer awareness as a whole, this kit honors every story, every fight, and every moment of resilience. Cancer doesn't belong to one color, one ribbon, or one person. It's a shared battle carried by millions. These kits reflect that collective strength. The field players wear purple, representing strength, dignity, and the universal fight against cancer. The goalkeeper stands apart in pink, a color of compassion and care, symbolizing the role of protection, support, and those who stand on the front lines defending others through their journey. At the heart of the design is the iris flower, a symbol long associated with hope, courage, and wisdom. Irises are known for their ability to bloom boldly and beautifully, even in the harshest conditions. In that way, they mirror the journey of those impacted by cancer, enduring, resilient, and unwavering. Together, these threads weave a story of perseverance, of communities rallying, of families standing strong, and of individuals who continue to rise again and again. Because hope isn't just something we feel, it's something we carry.
Pups at the Pitch here at Morrison Stadium, downtown Omaha. Fans loving it. We are scoreless at halftime between Union Omaha and Chattanooga Red Wolves as Los Bujos trying to stay top of the table. We're going to take a look here during our halftime show at the most recent team of the week in USL League One. All these teams were in cup play this past weekend, so this is from before, and Matt Bentley, the Chattanooga striker, was your player of the week with his 3 goals and 1 assist in the same match against Sarasota Paradise. That was kind of the win that got the Red Wolves back on track and put him in the USL League One team of the week. Owusu from Omaha did also make the bench in that one. And as we continue our halftime show, we're going to take you out to the USL Studio Update.
USL Studio with some of the League One headlines. Aside from a very busy USL Cup weekend, there were some league matches, and Union Omaha pulled off a big win on the road against One Knoxville. Sergio Ors Navarro's 84th minute goal was the difference in the 2-1 final. That's the second home loss of the season for One Knox, and vaults Omaha to the top of the League One table. 3 League One clubs scored regulation victories over USL Championship clubs in round 2 of the Prinks Tires USL Cup. Portland Hearts of Pine defeated Rhode Island 2-1. AC Boise rallied to beat Monterey Bay 4-3. And Spokane Velocity scored early in a 1-0 win over Las Vegas Lights. And 2 more League One clubs, FC Naples and Charlotte Independence, won penalty kick shootouts against championship teams. Congratulations to Corpus Christi veteran player Kristen Cheney for making his 50th career goal contribution in Week 11. His assist against Charlotte Independence gives him 12 assists to go with 38 goals in 111 career matches. Upcoming national spotlight games in the championship on CBS Sports Network. Sporting Jacks in San Antonio next Wednesday. Then a big one between Louisville City and Tampa Bay Rowdies on the 30th. And another tough test for the Rowdies against Charleston Battery on June 10th. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Distance, shot once more, and score!
Now and then, you need to stop and smell the roses, or the leaves, rocks, trees, sticks, and that one tree again. This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
You ever just look at them and think, yeah, I'm doing all right.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
I truly give everything that I can for them.
It's like, all right, we're in this and we're gonna go for it.
Esto es la otra, this is who we are.
Everybody here doing the heartbeat, having everybody in the stadium do that was just killed.
My name is Blake Malone, and I'm a center back for Union Omaha. The partnership between Bellevue University and Union Omaha enables me to continue my career as a professional soccer player, as well as extending my time and learning to get another degree, and for that I'm very thankful. I would say reach out. Bellevue University has been very, very kind and generous to us. They're very responsive, they have great people working up front, so I would say go, give it a reach, look out, and see if it works for you.
It's halftime in Omaha and scores 0-0 to Los Bujos and the Red Wolves. Halftime continues and we take a look around USL League One at the scores in the league tonight. Bunch of games going on. 2 have gone final. A draw between Portland Hearts of Pine and the Green Bowl Triumph. And then Charlotte Independence racking up a 3-1 win against the Mingos. All the games that we have going on as we speak are still scoreless, including Naples and Westchester, our game here at halftime, and then that matchup between Corpus Christi and One Knox. And then kicking off in a matter of moments, you got AC Boise and Fort Wayne in a matchup of 2 expansion sides. And we close out the night with AV Alta hosting the Cosmos. So a really fun night around USL League One. We're happy that you've stuck around with us for this one. And it's a busy stretch in League One. Let's take a look at Union Omaha's upcoming schedule. They will be on the road on Wednesday, so a quick turnaround to face the Cosmos. That one is at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then they'll be back at home next Saturday taking on FC Naples. before hosting Fort Wayne in Cup play. That one is the USL Prinks Tires Cup, the third of 4 group stage matches in that one. So a lot of games, they just don't stop coming for Union Omaha at this point in the season. They got 45 minutes to see out here as they try to hold on to their place at the top of the table. Not long from the start of the second half. Step aside, but stay with us.
Where are you from?
I'm from Dortmund, Germany.
What was your first impression of Omaha when you first landed?
Cold, very cold, but then the boys took me to some bars and to some food spots, so I like it here so far.
What is a runza?
No clue, no. Something to eat.
Who is the funniest player in the locker room that you have met so far?
I would say it's between Jamie and Pato.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Night owl.
What does a post-match meal look like for you?
To be honest, I don't have one, but I like pizza after a game.
What's a hobby that you have that would surprise fans?
I don't really have hobbies though. Good question. I used to like bowling a lot.
What is your hype song?
Hancho Tranquility.
What are you most excited about for this season?
I'm excited to play in the stadium, in the new Creighton Stadium, and I want to win some championships again.
Yeah, that's cooler than my little dance. But my dances are very popular on Instagram at jamie.orson.
Little plug there. If you were starting in a 3v3 team, you guys are on opposite teams, which other teammates are you choosing to battle with? Yeah.
Is it like a draft?
Yeah.
Or we can have the same people?
Include yourself?
Include yourself and then
plus 2
other
more.
Players, yeah.
1, 2.
1, 2, 3.
Earthquake.
Kwaku, Sammy.
Cam, Aaron.
Let's take you through our first half highlights as we get set for second half action and catch you up on how we got here. 0-0 at the break, but here's a look at the best chances from a wide selection. It started with Union Omaha heading over the top. This was the clearest look at goal that Chattanooga Red Wolves would have. Big stop from Cole Jensen to deny Pedro Hernandez. They went for the header back across on the long ball that time. Didn't quite come off for Chattanooga, and some penalty scrambling in defense as the Red Wolves held firm in front of goal. Joshua Ramos created a nice chance for himself. That was the other moment where Jensen intervened in the first half, and this was what appeared to be a great opportunity for Kempis Tequila, a well-worked play from Los Bujos that was blocked away by Ian Bila. It was another block on the opposite side, and you can just tell from the cadence of these highlights, right? It was back and forth, 7 shots to 6, but look at that possession gap. I mean, it's what we expected, but even to a greater extreme. Union Omaha usually around 57%, Chattanooga below 40 on the season, but a real shift in those possession numbers. And the shots on target tell a different story, right? Chattanooga actually creating some more effective chances, challenging Cole Jensen, whereas Union Omaha have yet to force a save out of Ricardo Jerez in the Red Wolves' net. So a really interesting difference in styles, and that played out to a 0-0 scoreline after 45 minutes. It is also important to remember another key moment in that first half, the injury to Omar Gomez from the Red Wolves. That forced them into a first half substitution. So depending on if they make some changes at halftime, they will only have 2 windows remaining for the second half to try to potentially change things around and maybe look to steal a late winner here. But coming into this match, you would think 0-0, a point on the road for the Red Wolves against top of the table Union Omaha. They're probably in a pretty good spot that they will like. But Omaha can keep piling on the pressure here in the second half. Get that energy of the fans behind them. And they are looking for nothing short of the full 3 points, trying to stay undefeated at home this season, where they've got 4 wins and just 1 draw. Portland Hearts of Pine was the only team to come here in league play and take any points off of Union Omaha. Chattanooga halfway there. They've played the Pest here before. A win and a draw in their last 2 trips on the road to play Union Omaha in the league. As we see the players finishing their final actions before getting ready for the second half. Don't see any changes there from Omaha. As far as I can tell, same group for Chattanooga as well. Diego Gutierrez, our man to watch ahead of this match. He's sitting on 4 goals in league play, 1 assist as well. Didn't have a lot of looks at goal, but the times that Omaha was the most dangerous were the rare moments where Chattanooga was stretched. As soon as the Red Wolves tried to break out from their defensive shape and put together some kind of attack, there were some chances for Union Omaha to hit in those moments where they were a little more stretched, because when Chattanooga do sit back in that compact low block, playing here in the 4-4-2, it's just so hard to break down. Scott McKenzie has this bunch well drilled. I think that route to success is the quick switches, getting it out to players like Ors Navarro and Diego Gutierrez, trying to make something happen. Ball rolling again. Second half action from Morrison Stadium on a 70-degree evening. Pups at the pitch, presented by Ralston Vet. Oh yeah. Black jerseys for Union Omaha, white for Chattanooga. My name is Parker Johnson, and happy that you are tuned in with us here in the heartbeat of American soccer, USL League One. Table toppers Union Omaha need 3 points to guarantee that they will hold on to the top spot at the end of the weekend. They beat 1 Knoxville in their last match. 1 Knox still tied with Corpus Christi as we speak, but they've got a lot more left in that match. And then the other team that is in second place, 2 points behind Union Omaha, is Spokane Velocity. They are playing a home match against the bottom dwellers Sarasota Paradise tomorrow. So Union Omaha knows that they need 3 points. They want to be sure they'll be first at the end of match week 12. Maldonado, cross blocked by Ors. Clip back in. Brings out Jensen, who is confident, using every bit of that 6'5" frame. The Council Bluffs, Iowa native. Former first-round draft pick of Inter Miami. He has split time in net with Rashid Nuhu this season. Nuhu played in the cup match against Lou City and conceded 5 goals, but not necessarily the reason that he's out of the lineup for this one. It's been the case all season that they have alternated matches. Jensen was in goal for the 2-1 win against Knoxville on the road, that last league match. What we don't know is any other information about the switch for Chattanooga as it's played around the corner. Pato unable to catch up to it. Ricardo Jerez was a bit of a surprise in the starting lineup. The Red Wolves goalkeeper, typically a backup. He's only appeared in 1 cup match this season, and this is his first USL League One appearance since he played and started in their quarterfinal playoff match last year, which they lost 1-0 to Portland Hearts of Pine. Other than that, hasn't made any appearances in the league this season. Jason Smith is on the bench, but for all we knew heading into this match, he was expected to be the starter. Jiba finds Gutierrez, knocks it off, and Ors Navarro looking for the top left corner. Didn't make the contact he desired. Trying to side foot it into the upper 90. Gadiri trying to put together the third man run as Budati came forward from right back. Another high regain for Union Omaha. Gutierrez shaping up a shot. Looking for the near post. Deflected as Harris picks up his first save of the match. Whatton allowed to stroll forward in midfield. Now the Red Wolves apply some pressure. Ramos battles it away from two Union Omaha players. Coleman on the stretch, able to get there before Omar Hernandez. Budati and Layleen going at it. Gadiri at the controls. Omaha picking up where they left off with that 70% possession edge at halftime. Red Wolves bunkered in. Jiba rotates it out to Gutierrez on the left. Picking out a cross. Defended by Ayambila. And the foul is a bailout for Chattanooga. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Omar Hernandez with a beautiful pass. Looking for Maldonado. It took an awkward bounce off the turf, and that benefited the defender Owusu. the ability of Omar Hernandez to just create something out of nothing. He sees passes that others don't. And Gutierrez is on the dribble. Kelly needed help from Eric Kinsner. Red Wolves defending as a team. This brings up another Modelo corner kick. End up near the penalty spot to start. Back post ball. Owusu saw it take a touch, and he will settle for a corner from the opposite side. And as the fans remind us, this corner kick presented by Modelo. The search for a ball is on for Jiba. And it's the search for the opening goal continuing. In the 55th minute, he goes short on the corner. Well read by Chattanooga. Leline cuts it out. Heavy artillery retreating to their central defensive positions, Owusu and Coleman. A little bit of pressure from the Red Wolves. Played high and wide by the former MLS man, Coleman. Sprayed out to the left. Jiba can let it bounce and take it in. He's got Tequila. Gadiri breaking lines. Tequila with the 1-2. Couldn't find a crack in the Red Wolves' defense. Some of that inventiveness showing, though, from these Omaha attackers. Pato has been a great backboard for these midfielders to play off of. Every time he's gotten the ball to feet, he's been able to pop off a little flick. Now it's spread across to Tequila. Takes it towards his left. Slides it. Ors tucks it in! An Omaha opener from Ors Navarro. For the second straight match, the Spaniard finds the back of the net and puts his team in front. 57th minute. Just as he did late on for the winner against One Knoxville. Here's another look, the extra effort from Tequila. Placement over power, and that is all you need. A composed finish from a man who is lighting up League One. Coming off a double-digit scoring return in his rookie season. That's the second of the year now for Ors. Vincenzo Candela called his game-winning goal against Knoxville a massive moment in Omaha's season. It was something that the entire team was able to celebrate. It meant so much to Ors Navarro as well, having missed some games with injury. A stop and start 2026 campaign. But when he is at his best, so goes Union Omaha. Carlos Rodriguez paused to wait on a potential advantage, ends up whistling back the free kick. Chattanooga now forced to respond. Great ball played over the top. Picks out Leylene on the left. See what kind of throw Chattanooga can muster. These are basically set piece opportunities. And who else but Omar Hernandez? He takes all the dead balls with his feet. He was able to put in one pretty good throw in the first half. Takes it top box for Acosta. Tried the dipping effort. The movement came a little late. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. Red Wolves working it up the sideline. A couple of Omaha subs starting to go through the motions as we cross the hour mark here at Morrison Stadium. As things stand, enough to keep Union Omaha top of the table in USL League One for another week. They are undefeated at home this season, and they've only dropped points once in their first 5 outings here. Since Vincenzo Candela has taken over, this team has looked like a force of nature. Kelly working with Pedro Hernandez. Went for the early cross, not able to get it to curl back towards his forward partner, Matt Bentley. Owusu finds Budati with a little bit of space in combination with Gadiri. Goal scorer Ors breaks up the rhythm as he sends it back to Owusu. Chattanooga is stepping up their line a little bit more now. That leaves some room behind for Ors Navarro to sneak, to craft his way through, to pick out a pass for Tequila. Play on, a shot. Budati with the final effort. Again, it's Tequila who essentially created that goal by doing a slide tackle in the attacking penalty area. And he almost does the same thing again. Here come 2 subs for the Red Wolves. Subs are presented by Broadmoor at Heartwood Preserve. Grayson Mercer, who scored the equalizer against Birmingham Legion in their last match in the Prinks Tires USL Cup, comes on in the front line. And this will be the pro debut for Christian Engman, a 6'3" center back wearing number 40. 24 years old, out of San Diego State University. He comes on for Angelo Kelly. Kelly was playing at right back for the Red Wolves. Engman is more of your prototypical center back, big, very good in the air. In the words of his college coach, he absolutely lives for shutouts. I thought that was a great line. That's exactly what you want to hear about your new defensive signing, right? So we'll see how that changes things for the Red Wolves. Ayambila staying on. He had stayed down with an injury for a while in the first half. He's looked absolutely fine since getting back to his feet. Ayambila on the move. A newfound sense of freedom. I think the Red Wolves have gone to a back three here. With Ayambila on the left side of the three center backs, Leylin at wing back, and Ramos as the right wing back. Engman pressures now, as Ramos trying to get back into position, and that will give this game a new feel. Different spaces to be found for Union Omaha. A few more numbers, potentially, to join the attack for Chattanooga as they try to chase this match after the opening goal from Sergio Ors Navarro in the 57th minute. Gadiri slowing it down with Gutierrez. A nice rhythm for Union Omaha. Risky pass back right through the middle of the park, played back forward by Coleman. Let's take a look back at the opening goal from Sergio Ors Navarro. And that goal was presented by Herdat Sports Bar and Grill. All about tequila, keeping it alive, and then Ors Navarro with the finish, with the celebration, as he makes it 2 in 2 games on the goal presented by Herdat Sports Bar and Grill. Here's the response from Vincenzo Candela. Having seen Scott McKenzie make some changes, shift up the formation, the goal scorer Ors comes off, and on comes Alan Gavilanes, a League One veteran who was signed just before the cup match against Louisville, where he made his debut for Los Bujos. Subs presented by Broadmoor at Heartwood Preserve. Here's Gavilanes on the ball. There's a way to get the fans on side quickly. A 1-foot roulette to evade a couple of defenders, and that shows you the kind of quality that he's got on the ball. He's proven it at the League One level. He's also proved it at higher levels for that matter, but just in League One play, Gavilanes has 15 assists from his time at Greenville Triumph, which is where Vincenzo Candela first knew about him. That ranks 8th all-time in USL League One. Gavilanes was signed on loan from Indy 11, and he actually made his first appearance of the season against Union Omaha, but that was in a match that Union Omaha won in the U.S. Open Cup, one of the premier cup sets of round 2. Grayson Mercer, recently introduced. Paired up top with Pedro Hernandez. And this new look for Scott McKenzie. Just over 20 minutes left Acosta. Taken down from behind by Kempis Tequila. Omar Hernandez gets the return. Plays it to the middle. Mercer was the target. Coleman watched it well. Pato looking. Playing it through for Gavilanes, who is onside. Taking on Ramos. Dropping the shoulder. And now Omaha slow it back down. Felt like there was some space if they could have moved a little bit quicker. I've seen the ball take some funny bounces off this turf at Morrison Stadium. And it felt like it checked up on Gavilanes. Jiba coming in at the back post. Might have caught Harris as he stuck his foot out to go for the shot. Both men in some pain. Great ball picked out towards the back stick as the left back came forward and nearly found an open net. Harris certainly made his job tougher, and he paid the price for it. Tequila with the pass. You could see Jiba caught the midsection, or maybe even the knee of Ricardo Harris. Longtime goalkeeper for the Guatemalan national team, Harris. Plays deputy for a starter who is just barely over half his age, and the 23-year-old Jason Smith. Harris, one of the most experienced players in all of USL League One, certainly at the international level. And easy name for Scott McKenzie to call on when he needs to change his goalkeeper. He's got some words for Eric Kinsner. After switching into that three-back shape, Kinsner really is the organizer back there. Trusted steed of Scott McKenzie. Harris continues to receive some treatment. The magic spray is now out to try to numb that pain up. But what we don't know exactly is Jason Smith's status, because as far as we were aware, he was expected to be the starter in goal for Chattanooga. He is available on the bench, but given the fact that Harris had to step in, don't know exactly what Smith's status was and if he is in fact fit to play. Just adds a little bit of extra jeopardy, but it looked like a contact injury for Harris, which is definitely the preferable as opposed to a non-contact injury, and hopefully he'll be able to shake it off and play through that pain that you can still see written on his face. So it essentially becomes almost like a third quarter break, if you will. We got through a little bit more than half of our second period. Omaha going in front. Chattanooga responding with some subs. And likewise, Union Omaha making some of their own as well. Does look like in that stoppage, Dylan Borjak came on. There he is, number 11. So a couple new wingers out there. Gutierrez no longer on the pitch, as Borjak and Gavilanes form the front four with Tequila and Botello Faz. Christian Engman on the ball for the Red Wolves. Can they get Omar Hernandez some touches? As always, he's been dangerous on the dead balls, but after having to shift into midfields due to the injury to Omar Gomez, haven't been able to see him take up as many creative positions when the Red Wolves have been in possession. Which, of course, has not been terribly often in this match. They have bumped up their possession share from 30% at halftime to 32.8. Jensen inviting a bit of pressure, but Gadiri is comfortable. Now can they break out of the Red Wolves press? Gadiri to Botello Faz. Kempes holding up. Jiba. Gotta find that outlet. Gotta find that switch. Instead, it's a foul from the Red Wolves. Union Omaha right on the precipice of a nice build out. Chattanooga ends up taking the foul. Coleman trying to steal a couple extra yards. Veteran move. Owusu spots the through ball, looking for Borjak. Seen out by Harris. Now there will be 2 more substitutions, we're told, from Scott McKenzie. He will look to Ropapa Mensah and Aaron Lombardi. The Ghanaian striker and the Argentine left back. Omar Hernandez and Pedro Hernandez, the 2 who departed. Arguably the 2 most creative players in this Red Wolves team. But now you put on another goal scorer. It's going to be Mercer and Mensah up top. Leline. Ayabila. Engman. Heavy pressure from Union Omaha. Well done by the Red Wolves to get out. Mensah can turn. He's got Lombardi as the substitutes combine. Slick pass forward. Ramos across. The header came from Mercer. Played back out to Lombardi. Stooping head away from Coleman. Gavilanes to Jiba, who can hit the eject button and send it up the sideline. Foul spotted by Carlos Rodriguez. Can't watch the match? Turn on SiriusXM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on SiriusXM 157 and the SiriusXM app. Engman with his hands all up in Botello Faz's jersey. The substitution coming in attack for Union Omaha. The sub presented by Broadmoor at Heartwood Preserve. It's Aaron Gomez taking off Kempis Tequila, who helped create that goal for Sergio Ors Navarro. Tequila notching his first assist of the season on the goal that stands as the match winner back in the 57th minute. Gomez was the starter up top in that 5-1 defeat last weekend against Lou City in the Prinks Tires USL Cup. Chattanooga stepping up their line a bit. Getting to that final 10 minutes. If they want to steal some points from this outing to Omaha, they need to start ramping up the pressure. Chattanooga's only recorded one shot in the second half. Budati played across. Gomez, first touch, goes wide. Nearly a dream introduction for the Mexican forward. A key member of that 2024 double winning team. But still trying to find his feet out on the pitch. Budati has created numerous chances from those kind of positions. It's that Union Omaha ball. It's the rotations. It's the pass forward. It's the fullback going forward and pulling it back to the penalty spot where any number of attackers could be waiting. Similar chance created for Tequila in the first half. Coming from the other side as well. Wotton. Jiba taking the inside route. 1-2 with Botello Foz. Ryan Jiba strikes near post, takes the rebound. It's loose. It's in. It's Gavilanes. A scrappy second for Union Omaha, helping solidify their place at the top of the League One standings. It's all about the combination play to start it off. Botello Foz has linked up the play so well in the attacking third. But Gavilanes just knows where to be. He's the eternal optimist in the 6-yard box. And he scores his first goal for Union Omaha. That goal was presented by Herdat Sports Bar and Grill. Union Omaha tallying twice in the second half, trying to overcome a resistant Red Wolves team that is always one of the hardest to play against in USL League One. They've had some struggles to start the season, to be sure. But they came into this match knowing that this was their testing ground. Scott McKenzie, the ultimate competitor, he was excited to see if his team was ready to contend at the top of the table. Or he asked, do we still have a lot of work to do to be able to do that? See if they can make a statement in the last 6 minutes and change here. Their first half game plan very much went to script. even despite the injury to Omar Gomez that forced him off around the 30-minute mark, they were able to stay in the match. They created a couple good chances. Now here's one for Mensah. Snatched at it quickly. May have been another opportunity for Mensah to have a touch. Mercer asking for the return. There was another attacker to his left as well. Fans, eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Chattanooga's throw will be held up so we can get a final pair of switches from Vincenzo Candela. 2 defensive substitutions now. Having scored the second goal, we'll see Wotton depart as Blake Malone comes on, and Cam Lawrence, who started in the cup, on for the final 5 minutes plus stoppage time, replacing Botello Faz. That is a right back for a center forward on that second change. And Malone, typically a center back, but he can also play in midfield. He took off the holding mid in Wotton, so I imagine that's where he may find himself. Borjak with space in the box. Omaha almost had 3. Gavilanes almost had a second. Borjak couldn't believe it. Can't set it up much better. I think that was Gomez, actually, whose shot was saved as Gavilanes sets up the corner kick, presented by Modello. Near post ball, Borjak heads, and it's a little wide. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. The second half stats have been staggering. After it was 0-0 at halftime and a very even match. 1.8 expected goals for Omaha, who have planted 2 in the back of the net. Chattanooga have registered 0.01 expected goals in the second half, coming on that one long shot from Ropapa Mensah. Ayambila puts it in a dangerous spot. Mercer and Lombardi nearly got Red Wolves on the board. Took a deflection even. Referee has signaled for a corner here. Goalkeeper holding up play, and Jensen receives a yellow card for his troubles. This corner kick presented by Modello. Back post ball. Borjak didn't have a lot of help and just lumps it towards the halfway line. Leline. contact on Malone. Lombardi desperate to try to win the ball back. He's given everything that he got. It's not looking like enough right now for Chattanooga. Gomez takes it down. He's got one option with him. Blake Malone sets it for Lawrence. An unexpected combination in the final third, perhaps. Tracked down by Borshak, who is at home now in the corner. As we enter 6 minutes of second half stoppage time. Lots of subs, a couple injury stoppages. So a little more left to go, although Omaha, the only team that looks likely at the moment. Had Lombardi been able to squeak that last shot in at the far post, maybe we'd have some drama. But a first goal would have to come quickly for the Red Wolves now. And so they press. Malone going all the way back to Jensen. We'll stall on it. Ayambila. Maldonado. Cuts it inside. Mensah. Well blocked by Owusu. Ramos trying to create dazzling footwork. No whistle from the referee as Ramos was able to beat his man, but there seemed to be a sense that he was not going to get to the end of that touch anyway. We saw Carlos Rodriguez hand out a yellow for diving in the first half to the Red Wolves. And he stays consistent on the high bar around the penalty area. Mercer continues to press on Coleman. It's an obvious push in the back from Kinsner. Chattanooga looking desperate. Both teams will be back in action on Wednesday, so no time to get too excited if you're Union Omaha, as they have a trip across the country to face the New York Cosmos. For Chattanooga, they will be back at home against the Richmond Kickers before hosting Charlotte Independence next weekend. A 3 games in 7-day period for both teams in USL League One play. But what Omaha know is that 3 points here, a win against the Red Wolves, will be enough to ensure that they stay in first place at the end of match week 12. Spokane Velocity play tomorrow. They are tied in second place with One Knoxville. But One Knoxville currently deadlocked with Corpus Christi. So there may be a chance even for Spokane to separate into second place. But either way, they'd be behind Los Bujos, who have put together a quality second half. They've got another set piece to defend. With Omar Hernandez long since subbed, it's Lombardi and Acosta over the ball. Knocked on by Mercer. Jiba away. Mensah. Nice touch. Maldonado still! Oh, what a run. 95th minute Magic, and he wanted the penalty decision at the end. That was special stuff. Ramos giving him an opportunity to take a nice first touch. Spins past one, Croqueta past two. That's a save on Jensen in the end. He's claiming that it knocked back off of the Red Wolves man, who stays down into our final minute of the 6 given for stoppage time. The referee calling on the officials, but Maldonado is off the pitch here, so he could theoretically get treatment and they could continue the play. That's exactly what will happen here. Jensen in the middle of a clash of bodies on the goal line. He was able to get a glove on it. Corner coming from the other side. Chattanooga fighting to the final whistle. Now Carlos Rodriguez will step in. The minimum of 6 minutes of stoppage time have elapsed. Omaha comfortable enough with their 2-goal lead. They would take pride in a shutout. Corner comes in, good ball. Ramos had the first touch. Gavilane scrambling away, gets back to his feet, plays in Gomez. Malone sees the switch. Ayambila can track it down. No man you'd rather have as your last defender back than Jordan Ayambila. The full-time whistle goes. And Omaha, with their 5th win of the season at home, remain unbeaten at Morrison Stadium, and they remain top of the USL League One table. Up to 22 points on the season. And the guy they have to thank is Sergio Ors Navarro, scoring for the 2nd straight match. He gets what was the game-winning goal back in the 57th minute. Our man of the match presented by Platinum Chiropractic and Wellness. Ors Navarro is the heartbeat of this attack, and when he is firing, Omaha look like world beaters. 7th win of the season, 10 matches in. Omaha top of the pile in USL League One as the Red Wolves drop to 2-3-1 on the season. We'll show you Ors' goal. We'll show you their second, and we'll wrap this thing up right after a short break. Stay with us, folks.
To be a part of Nebraska medicine
Hi, welcome.
Good to see you. Is to be a part of something extraordinary.
Nebraska Medicine, how may I help you?
Because these are the doors
How are you?
that open doors
That went really well.
to growth
Hey.
and opportunity for each other and for our community. For those who know that the academic experience,
You know what? I agree.
the life experience that you get here is beyond what you can get anywhere
Doing
else.
great.
And that's exactly why here is where you belong. Nebraska Medicine, together extraordinary.
Your full-time score, Union Omaha 2, Chattanooga Red Wolves 0. Final score presented to you by Blackstone. As Union Omaha picking up their 3rd clean sheet of the season. Cole Jensen with a great shift in goal. As we take a look at our full-time highlights presented by Family Fare. And it was a family affair. We had pups at the pitch here at Morrison Stadium, bringing the vibes, bringing the energy. But the Red Wolves went out with a whimper thanks to a second-half flurry from Union Omaha. It started with our man of the match, Sergio Ors-Navarro. Nice touch inside the box, setting it up on his right. Man, he can give it to you any way you like. Left foot, right foot. He can dribble it down. He can take those composed finishes inside the box. Gavilanes picked up the second. It was scrappy, but the build-up play was nice as Jiba almost scored it himself. Harris filled it in front, and Alan Gavilanes got his first goal for Los Bujos. Here are our full-time stats after a dominant second half from Union Omaha. This thing was pretty much dead even at halftime, 0-0. The shots were even. And then in the second half, they just stacked it up. 2.06 expected goals for Union Omaha in that second period. They outshot the Red Wolves 11-4 in the second half. And you can just see the possession advantage that they held, limiting the opportunities for the Red Wolves. It's very much the way that we expected this game to play out. If you look at the table, and it pretty much went to script. Chattanooga Red Wolves just didn't quite have the legs at the end of the day to keep up with the table-topping Bujos. So a convincing victory for Union Omaha, but not too much time to rest. They'll be back in action on Wednesday after these pups brought this match to life. A 2-0 win for Union Omaha. It's been a great pleasure to bring it to you. I want to say a big thank you to our entire ESPN Plus production crew, and to you at home for tuning in with us on this Saturday evening. My name is Parker Johnson, signing off from Morrison Stadium, 2-0.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.